Hey everybody, I'm back. We didn't finish our trip to California like we wanted to earlier today. I had to divert to go to Eugene. That happens sometimes. We got on the ground, we're refueled, we're ready to go. We're going to go to Crescent City, just in the north end of California there, Jack McNamara Field. So, Jack McNamara? I don't know. Let's get on with the Sky Vector and we can see what we need to see here real quick. So, here's Eugene, Oregon. Few clouds at 60, few at 70, scattered at 180. Winds are variable at 3 knots. That's decent. Going to be take the Victor 121 airway to OTH. That's North Bend. The OTH VOR there, and just follow the coast. That's the Victor 27 airway, and then we'll end up at Crescent City. You can see here that it's broken 14, still 10 statute miles, 200 at 9 knots. So if we go over to our tablet camera and show you what I'm thinking here. Jack McNamara Field, you know, it's got runways 12, 18, 36, and 30. I think what we'll do is we'll get a instrument approach into Jack McNamara Field. We'll take a look at that NOTAM. Aircraft Rescue and Firefighting Index A not available, and airport is closed to air carrier operations. That has nothing to do with us. Just want to be sure we're always checking what those NOTAMs say. And then procedures, we have runways 12 and 36. So if we zoom in real close, you can see that all the instrument procedures are for runway 12. So what I think we're going to do is we'll take an instrument procedure runway 12, and then we're going to go ahead and join left traffic for 18. I suppose we could do that. Maybe that's not the right way to do it. Maybe the right way to do it is to go... Oh, I just cleared my flight plan. I cleared the wrong thing. KEUG to KCEC routes. Victor 121, Oath V27. Anyway, we could deflect around. The other way we could do this, I suppose, is we could just fly 12 and come back out and join the 45, like the teardrop. That's actually probably a better choice, do you think? We'll have to figure that out as we get there, but we're going to land runway 18. That's going to be best wind. So let's get rolling. We need to get into the game and get our aircraft started and get our clearance and go. Okay, crash bar is up. Battery mains are on. Fuel tank is selected left tank. Make sure everybody is in and seated. Okay, we're locked. And we're locked. Check for the green barber pole. Yep, green barber pole, green barber pole. Yep, we're good there. Alright. Checklist, reset all. Okay, pre-flight complete, cabin access door is closed, pilot door is closed, baggage is stowed, pilot seat and front light seat is adjusted, left and right pedals, belts, harnesses, crash lever is, it's not down, we've already put it up, ELT micro mass converter set to micro, de-ice is off, yes, parking brake is on, yes it is, landing gear control is down, pitch trim wheel checked, and manual override backward. Pitch trim 00, manual override is backward, we're good. Throttle cutoff, flaps control is up. Yep, flaps control is up. Yep, throttle's in cutoff. Fuel tank selector is left. We're already set. Bleed switch is set to off. Yep, dump switch is guarded. Yes, it is. AC switch is on off reset. No, it's not. That's wrong. Alternate static selector. Make sure that that's pushed in. It's going to be on the right-hand side. Not pulled, but pushed. And the ram air, make sure the ram air is closed. It is. Circuit breaker's pushed. ESS bus tie is guarded. AP trim switch set to off. It is set to off. Fuel selector set to manual. It is. Aux BP set to off. It is. Ignition switch is set to auto. It is. Starter switch is off. It is. Dimmer switch, cabin switch, and access switch are off. Rheostats panel fully to the left. It is. All lights are off. It is. Crash lever is up. It is. Battery GPU, battery set, battery voltage checked. Generator selector main. Battery voltage is okay, 25.7, ready to start. Parking brake on. Passengers' oxygen switches are on. Pilot's oxygen is on. Passengers is on standby. Pilot's oxygen switch on. Front oxygen mask checked. Fuel and engine parameters are checked. Good. Let's go. Strobe lights on. Click. G1000 in composite mode. I actually don't know what that means. Just gonna let that be what it is. Aux BP switch on. Propeller area clear. Okay, aux BP switch is set, propeller area is clear, starter switch on, and start timer. Starter engine has begun. NG is spinning up, you can see it right there. When NG 13, ITT below 150 centigrade, time below 20 seconds. Okay, NG is above 13. We're below 20 seconds, ITT is within range. Low idle. And we're going to watch for NG to go above 52%, and that will automatically disengage the starter. Starter automatically disengaged. Roger. Engine parameters checked. Good. NG ITT is good. Pressure and temperature are within bounds. GPU, not an issue. GPU disconnection, not an issue. And throttle to flight idle. Throttle is flight idle. Engine parameters checked. Aux BP switch to auto and generator checked main. Roger, generator checked main, and aux BP is to auto. Alright, starting engine is complete. After starting engine checklist, PFD, MFD1, and PFT in normal mode, generator select on main, we did that. Voltage and current is checked, we're good. AP trim switch is on, and check oxygen supply for the flight. AP trim is on. Oxygen supply, PFD, just brightness display backup, nope, not important. In the simulator, bleed switch to auto, AC switch to pilot and PAX. I'll go ahead and 2 ticks up on the airflow and keep that temperature right there. That's good. Pres mode not applicable. Control selector and temp selectors, hot airflow distributor. We'll keep that right in the middle. Standby instruments checked. No ignition is fine. And we're going to go get the weather at Eugene. 225. And we'll connect to Pilot Edge.
Pilot Edge connected.
And I want to make sure that we file our flight plan. Mike. TBM9 slant Golf. True airspeed 250. KEUG-KCEC 20,000 feet. No alternate required. Let's see. Huge V121. Auth V27. KEC. Filed. Alright. We're successful there. Monitor and 122. 122.225. 125.225.
And hold short instructions.
Nice.
Advise on initial contact that you have information, Victor.
Victor's current at Eugene.
Eugene Maclone Fleet Field, ATIS Information Victor, 2254 Zulu, wind 300 at 6, visibility 10, few clouds at 6,000, few clouds at 7,000, 8,000 scattered, temperature 29er, dew point 11, altimeter 2985, arriving and departing runways 34 left, 34 right, visual approaches in use. Simultaneous approaches to parallel runways in use.
Cool. One to 1.7. And we'll tune ground after that. Looks like that is Eugene Tower 34 left, 118.9er. Okay, good. We're set there. 1, 2, 1, 5.
For clearance, United 355 IFR to Boise.
United 355 Denver clearance, good evening. Clear to Boise International Airport, Zimmer 3 departure, change transition as filed, climb via SID, expect flight level 34010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 126.1, squawk 3644.
Alright, United 355, clear to the Boise Airport via the Zimmer 3 departure, change transition as filed. We'll climb via SID, expect 34010 minutes after departure, frequency 126.1, squawk 3644.
United 355, read back correct. And would you prefer runway 25 or 17 right for departure?
And 2985.
Give me 1 second, I'll get right back to you for that.
Roger, you can advise ground when you call them.
Roger, thanks.
Eugene clearance, good day. TBM November 6378, Mike on the ground at Eugene, looking to pick up our IFR to Crescent City.
There's 6378 Mike, Eugene ground, clear to Crescent City Airport, Eugene 1 departure to Eugene as filed, maintain 9,000, expect flight level 20010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 119.6, squawk 7251.
Clear to the Crescent City Airport, Eugene 1 departure, Eugene as filed. Climb via the SID, altitude, expect flight level 210 minutes after departure, frequency 119.6, squawk 7251, TBM 6378 Mike.
At TBM 78 Mike, the altitude maintain 9,000, expect flight level 20010 minutes after departure.
Maintain 9,000. Expect flight level 20010 minutes after departure, November 6378 Mike.
6378 Mike, read back correct.
Okay. 7251. 7251. Enter. Okay, we're squawking. That's good. And we got ground. And we're going to need to deal with that, deal with the departure frequency later. We'll go ahead and get the starting altitude at 9,000. Okay, we're set. And we're going to go to the MFD and do the flight plan. At origin, here on the ground at Eugene, and the destination will be Crescent City. Crescent City. The en route waypoints will be the Eugene VOR, and then we'll load the airway, the Victor 121 terminating at OTH, and then at OTH we will load the Victor 27 airway, and that terminates at the Crescent City VOR. Okay. Perfectamundo. Flight plan is loaded, initial altitude is set. We do not know which runway we're going to use until we call ground and let them know. So we know we got information Victor, and we're ready to taxi IFR. So we'll let them know where we're at here. General aviation parking. And we want to go, we'll get runway 34, so we'll just taxi within the terminal area and the Alpha Foxtrot intersection is where we're picking up from
Monterey
there.
ground, November 551 Tree Tango. I had a simulator glitch that required a restart. Am I able to go from where I was, or do I need to refile?
AP trims checked and set.
551 Tree Tango Monterey
switch
ground.
on.
You're still on the ramp or on the taxiway?
All right, taxi light on.
It brought me back to the ramp.
1 Tango, you're good to get taxi runway 28 left via Alpha, and I do have your flight plan. No need to refile.
Thank you, November 13 Tango.
Yeah, that wouldn't pass muster there, but there's no pushback, so what are you going to do? Alright, we'll get plates up and we'll reposition here. And we're just staying inside the safe movement area here. There we go. That feels fine. I'm not too worried about that. Oh my gosh. Something is going terribly wrong in Twitch land, or maybe it's YouTube. I don't know. People are super mad at me because I'm not responding to them, but I never actually look at my chat while I'm flying anyway, which means maybe I'm not cut out for this. Alright, we're going to let them know we're at the terminal and ready for taxi IFR with information Victor. Eugene ground, good day, TBM November 6378 Mike, with information Victor at the terminal ready for taxi IFR. Okay, taxi light on it is. Special briefing, parking brake is off. We've done that. Throttle is required. Flight instruments, CAS, and LFE.
6378 Mike, runway 16 right, taxi via Delta.
Runway 16 right, taxi via Delta, TBM 6378 Mike. Okay.
78 Mike, I said 16 left, 16 right. I'm actually going to put you on the north runway here. Runway 34 left, and you can taxi via Echo.
Runway 34 left, taxi via Echo, TBM 6378 Mike. Can do. Okay, so it's going to be Echo, and then Alpha, and then Alpha 6. Okay, Echo is just going to be straight up to the west. Right there, I guess. Let's go. That looks like Echo to me. Alright, let's get a few other things set. And auto cell, go ahead and turn the auto selectors on. Eugene ground, TBM November 637, Mike, apologies, looks like we took taxiway Delta. Okay to continue to Alpha and continue taxi to 34.
Under 78, Mike can do that, or if you make a left on Papa, that'll be a little shorter route to Alpha for round 34 left.
Left on Papa, roger, and continue taxi to 34 left, 6378, Mike. Gotta be careful, right? I mean, a lot of these taxiways look the same. And I kind of thought I had it going with my GPS there, but what else could I have done? Looked at the signs. Looked at the signs. That's what I could have done. I could have looked at the signs. All right.
Number ground, United 355, ready for push and start. Looking for runway 25 information.
Okay, for takeoff, park brake.
United 355, Denver ground. Do you have a runway preference?
Yeah, looking for runway 25, United 355.
United 355, runway 25, taxi Bravo November Golf.
All right, we're going to go flaps to takeoff.
25, Bravo November Golf.
Okay, flaps for takeoff. De-icing system is not needed. The pitot left and right heaters and stall switch are all set. And 34 left's going to be coming up here on the right in just a second. Trims are set, pilots, passengers, belt, table is stored, strobe switch is on.
Approaching runway 34 left.
Nice. Park brake on and make sure that we're in idle configuration. Feather twice. 1. And on feather.
Monterey Tower, November 551 Tree Tango, holding short, runway
And
28
feather.
left, IFR departure.
Okay, we're good. Alright, we got FMS set. You know what we didn't do? We got to set proc. Proc.
5513 Tango, Monterey Tower, runway 28 left, clear for takeoff. And if you can, reset your transponder, should be 3232.
Transition none. Load. Okay, let's take a look real quick at
Forgot to reset that on the restart.
departure the Eugene 1,
3232, November 1 Tree Tango.
Vectors to assign route maintain
Cleared
9,000.
for takeoff, runway 28 left.
Okay, 344. Okay, heading is set, altitude is set 9,000. We're good to go there. We're expect vectors onto our route. And let's go ahead and go back. And then Navcom. And we're going to switch to tower. And then we're going to plug 119.6. And that's going to be who? It's going to be Cascade departure. Okay. Cast display checked. Fuel gauges, quantity, symmetry are checked. Yep, parking brake is good. Fuel cell checked. Check auto. Flights checked. Altimeters checked. LFEs checked. Takeoff distances, rotation, speed. We're going to get the bugs up. All on except for V-app. Okay, we're good there. Battery charge less than 50 amperes. We are. Okay, we're good to go. Turn the inertial separator off. We don't need it. And tune Eugene Tower. Eugene Tower, TBM November 6378, Mike, runway 34 left, ready for takeoff IFR.
Here's 6378 Mike, Eugene Tower, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 34 left, clear for takeoff. 6378 Mike.
013 Tango, contact NorCal departure.
Over to departure, November 1 Tree Tango.
Okay.
Approaching runway 34 left. Entered runway 34 left. 7,900 feet
Northbound
remaining.
departure, November 551 Tree Tango, 1,300, climbing 6,000.
Air 5513 Tango, NorCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain
RPM, ready to
6,000.
go. Landing lights on, strobe lights on. And
Climb and
lights
maintain
on.
6,000, November 1 Tree
Ready to
Tango.
go. Horizon, HSS standby compass is good, altimeter settings checked, landing lights are on landing, engine instruments checked, CAS display is clear, brakes release, throttle torque 100%. Torque is rising. RPM is rising. Full torque, full RPM, release brakes. Take off and fly heading 344 and expect radar vectors on course. Rotate 90 knots. Pitch up. Pitch for 10. Gear up. Tap those brakes. Flaps up. And fly heading 344. Climbing for 9,000. Cascade departure, TBM. Oop.
The 6378 Mike, contact Cascade departure.
Contact Cascade departure, 6378 Mike.
13 Tango, clear direct Shui. And after Shui, proceed direct Woodside, resume navigation.
And we want to get climb at about 145.
Clear direct
We're gonna
Shui,
stay
and then
heading
Woodside on our own
IAS.
navigation, November 1 Tree Tango.
And
Clear direct Woodside from Shui, November 1 Tree Tango.
AP and yaw damper are on. We're climbing for 145 knots to 9,000 on heading 344. Cascade departure, good day. TBM November 6378 Mike, 3,000 feet, climbing 9,000.
6378 Mike, Cascade departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 12,000.
Climb maintain 12,000, 6378 Mike.
78 Mike, turn left heading 200, direct vector 121.
Left turn heading 200, direct vector 121, 6378 Mike. Nice. Got the throttle maxed out, 84% torque, 2,000 prop RPM, NG, ITT, PSI, and oil temperature all look good. Now climbing for 12,000, making left turn to join the Victor 121 airway, and on course for not for Eugene, out of Eugene. I'm telling you. I am telling you, I am telling you. It takes a while, doesn't it? Okay, gear up, flaps up. Let's do our climb checklist. Recommended climb speed 124. Well, I'm not doing that, but we're still making 1850, so we're going pretty fast. Trims are adjusted, yaw damper is on, landing lights off. They are. Throttle adjust. Climb speed is required. ECS panel temp and C selectors. Fuel tank gauges checked and correct. They're balanced. We're okay. Radar mode soft key is required. DI system is required. fun stuff.
There's 78 Mike, contact Seattle Center 121.4.
Contact Seattle Center 121.4 6378 Mike.
United 355, verify transponders on, please. United 355, I'm not receiving a mode C, verify transponders on.
Seattle Center, TBM November 6378 Mike, 9,000 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
United 355, that did it, thank you. 6378 Mike, Seattle Center, North Bend, altimeter 2996, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Thanks for 2996, climb and maintain flight level 200, 6378 Mike.
Here 13 Tango, are you wanting to take an approach from Sapit?
2996 is set on both barrows, and we'll set
Star
this
13
standard
Tango,
barrow as
and
we
set
go
at Woodside
through
after Shui. You can
180.
proceed direct Sapit, and I've got your approach request.
Here's the wind. I always like to see that. It was starting to bug me. TH 11385. 1385. 1385. There we go. OTH VOR is squacking. What are these settings? Oh. Oh. No, it's just for failures, I guess. Okay, and now climbing through 4,000 feet for flight level 200. It seems pretty healthy. Torque of 80, prop 2000, and G89.8 ITT is within the green. PSI and oil temperature in the green. Plenty of charge on the batteries. Current cabin altitude is 4,100 feet rising, 500 rate feet per minute, and a 4.3 PSI difference.
United 355, Denver Tower.
Still within bounds.
Stand by. At 355, wind 110 at Niner, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Traffic behind us. Cool. And out there's going to be the Pacific Ocean out to the right there. That's about 30 miles off of our right, so we got good visibility. We can see past 30 miles. It's pretty awesome. And we're about to intercept the Victor airway, so we'll go ahead and set it on FMS mode so that we make sure that we don't overshoot the airway. And we're on Victor 121. Move on now to Scotty. 17,000 feet. Once we cross 18,000 feet, we'll set standard baro and continue our climb to flight level 200. Okay, there's 18,000. Barometric pressure. Click to set standard baro 29902. And I'll set it on this one as well. And we continue our climb. Ground speed now 192 knots and increasing. .43 minutes at this speed to Crescent
Destination
City,
ASOS is 119.925.
119.925. That's going to be the ASOS for Crescent City airports. I suspect we will not be able to hear it from this distance. Oh, maybe we can. 2300, wind calm. View at 64. 29083. Okay, we're about 500 feet. Visibility 10. View at 64. 29083. And we'll go ahead level out at 20,000. Speed is increasing, ground speed is increasing. Set that heading bug. That's what they always tell you to do, right? Look out. Yeah, we're getting closer to the ocean there. Making our way to Scotty. Once we get to OTH, we'll be just maybe about 10 miles off the coast, so it'll be nice and close to the water. Okay, speed increasing. Now TAS is 256. You can see that right there, and it's increasing. I don't want it to get any higher than 280 because I filed for 250. You don't want to be over 15% higher. Or is it 10 knots or 15% higher? Anyway, I suppose I'll just call it 275 and be done with it.
You know, 355, I can get you, well, departure can get you a vector. If you go ahead and switch to departure frequency 126.1.
Okay, 30 miles to the OTH VOR, then left turn on the Victor 27 airway, and that'll take us all the way south to Crescent City, and we'll start figuring out our descent path.
355, different departure, radar contact. Are you able to direct Zimmer to rejoin the departure?
Ground speed 270 knots. We're picking up an 8-knot headwind here. 17-knot crosswind component off the water.
United 355, turn left, heading 260, and advise when you're direct Zimmer, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Yeah, we'll hold 200 knots indicated airspeed, that'll be fine. Scotty now 11 and a half miles.
355, 230. 13 Tango, Center Pass discretion maintain, actually disregard. Contact NorCal Bridge 134.5.
let's hit procedure here. I'll show you some of what I'm looking at. Pull that back just a little bit. We'll pull torque back to 75%.
5513, taking on North Calibration, San Francisco, altimeter 2905, cross Sapid at 6,000,
There you
put
go.
RNF runway 30
Anyway,
approach.
approaching to CKEC, we'll do runway 12. We'll start from YPOG. We're category B. We'll do circling minimums. Runway 18 and 30.
78 Mike, report top of descent.
Seattle Center caught a transmission for 78 Mike asking to report top of descent. We're currently level 2, flight level 200.
Affirmative.
I apologize. 78 Mike might be a little unfamiliar with that terminology. Are we okay to descend now, or?
There's 78 Mike, so top of descent is the point at which you need to start your descent.
Understood. We'll do our descent math and get right back to you. 78 Mike.
Thank you. United 355,
That's awesome.
taken.
See, I didn't know that. So just talk with ATC. They'll work it out with you. Anyway, let's do our descent math.
United 355, thank you. As Zimmer, join the departure and contact Denver Center 133.67,
for runway 12, starting at YPOG. So we'll hit add to route, and YPOG is 4,000, and so we want to be 6,400. So why don't we just say that we want to be 6,400 by YPOG. Let's call it 7,000 by YPOG, and then we'll do our descent math real quick. So go here, tap
Center
off.
355, 16,000, climbing flight level 230.
Airway, 27 will expand the airway. And
United 355, Denver Center, climb and maintain flight level 340.
7,000 feet.
340, United 355.
All right, and let's see where top of descent is. Let's see, it looks like top of descent is between Ledge and Rudy. Uh, 36 miles, so 18 from Rudy. Our top of descent is going to be, nah, that's more like 2/3. So Rudy to Ledge is 37 miles, so 36, 36, 36, so let's say 12 north of Rudy. Seattle Center, TBM number 6378. Mike, just get back to that descent math. It looks like our top of descent is going to be about 12 north of the Rudy intersection on the Victor 27 airway.
78 Mike, roger. For 13 Tango, report inbound from Jumda.
I love it. Just working out with ATC. Yeah, that's cool. And Seattle Center, actually. So we're going to stay with center. Love that, love that. Okay, fuel still looks good and balanced. Fuel gauge is checked. Fuel consumption, expected fuel destination, regular tank automatic change every 5 minutes. For symmetry is good. Cruise parameters, engine data is good. Okay, we'll set to descent now. Okay, we're going to get there in 10 minutes, so I imagine that Rudy's 11 minutes. Our top of descent's probably something like 7 minutes away. Yeah, 7 minutes and 37 seconds. Works for me. Okay, 6 minutes to go. Then out there's going to be the Pacific Ocean. Nice and close, less than 10 miles off our right side. Ground speed is 287 knots. We're making great time. I'll go ahead and plug proc into KEUG-KCEC now. Approach. We want the RNAV GPS 12 starting from YPOG, and we'll load that now. Home PFD, and it's going to be a straight in, so minimums are 310. Go ahead and set our speed bugs. Not timers. 310 Barrow. Okay, we're plugged. And proc is plugged. Alright, 5.5 minutes. Top of descent. Sometimes.
13 Tango, no travel goes over between you and Half Moon Bay. Report out for cancellation. Mr. Bridge Airborne. This correction, actually report IFR cancellation of Mr. Bridge Airborne on 135.1 or on the ground 122.2. Change advisory frequency approved.
Doing 275 tasks, so we're doing pretty good. Ground speed
6378 Mike, Seattle Center. Descent path discretion. Maintain 10,000. Crescent City altimeter 2994.
Descent pilot's discretion. Maintain 10,000. And thanks for 2994 6378 Mike. Okay, 10,000. Alright, so if we wait till the top of descent and descend down to only 10,000, I mean, it's going to take us a few minutes to get down there anyway. So it's going to be 1528 feet per minute, so it's going to be 2, 3, 4 minutes to get down. By then, maybe they'll give us a lower altitude. We'll also be able to call in with our approach request. Let's just check the weather one more time at KCEC and see what's up. me mad. Come on. Com, visibility 10, sky condition 209 or 4? It's saying 29 or 8, 4. I don't think I'm getting the right weather. 119 or 9 or 25. Three minutes to top of descent. Go ahead and activate VNV. Vertical nav mode on path. Okay, 2 minutes 38 seconds. Let's start our descent checklists. Altimeter settings done. We know what that's going to be. 29904. We'll set this to that once we come down through 18,000. DI system not necessary. Windshield missing not necessary. Fuel gauge is checked and symmetrical. Fuel fullest tank select already done. Passenger briefing seat sim motors passenger table. Descent checks complete. Top of descent now 2 minutes. Cub 122.8. One and a half minutes to top of descent. I love you guys. I'm gonna have to operate all that crap in a minute. There is a little bit of cloud cover out here, as you can see. We'll probably descend through that. Okay, 1 minute. Hey, the vertical path has showed up, so that's good. The vertical path is set for 7,000, and we know we're only able to come down to 10,000, so if we have to level off at 10,000, we will. That'll take precedence, and we'll stay there, but Crescent City 109.0, let me get that VOR dialed in. Audio and radios 1090 transfer. Did I not get that right? No, I got that right. There it is. Yeah, 60 miles out. I guess I'm just not getting the weather. That'd be my guess. Alright, 10 seconds to top of descent. And VPath has been intercepted. We'll go ahead and bring the power back. Bring the power back to about 55. Turn the yaw damper off then on again. I'm going to see if... No, it doesn't do anything. We just got a lot of wind up here. Okay, we're going to bring that power down to 50. Trying to keep that speed reasonable. That ground speed's now 290 knots. We're really hauling butt. And coming down through transition altitude. 294. Let me see if we can pick up Crescent City weather. Oh, we can now. 179 at 7. 179 at 7. Fuel clouds at 1700. 15C, dew point 10. 902. Take a look at this RNAV here. We're going to look at the notes real quick. Night landing runway 18 and 30 NA. That's fine. So, what was it? 179 at 7. So there's going to be a crosswind, but I think we can still land runway 12 without any problems. Runway 12 is 5,002 feet. Straight in is going to be okay. We'll have a right to left crosswind coming down, but that's acceptable. Seattle Center, TBM November 6378. Mike, we got the weather at Crescent City and ready with approach request if you take it.
78 Mike, go ahead.
78 Mike, like the RNAV GPS runway 12 into Crescent City starting at YPOG, and this will be a full stop.
Sorry, 6378 Mike, clear direct to YPOG, cross YPOG at 6,000 or above, cleared RNAV runway 12 approach, report inbound from Ferns.
Clear direct YPOG, cross YPOG at or above 6,000, clear the RNAV GPS runway 12 into Crescent City, report inbound Ferns, TBM 6378 Mike. Cool. Alright, so what we actually want, bleh, and bleh, and doot. Enter. 6,000.
5513 Tango I for cancellation received, thank you.
6,000. Okay, so we're coming down a little bit more hardcore now. VS target, VS required, VS dev. Okay, good. We're coming down. That's as expected. And we're going to do clear direct YPOC. We'll activate the approach. Clear direct YPOG. No. Flight plan YPOG 6,000. VNAV direct YPOG. YPOG at 6,000. VNAV direct cleared FPA minus 367. And descend now. Alright, down we come. We're descending 1,600 on our way down. Alright, so YPOG, so let's go ahead and do our brief. So YPOG, then to Simmel. Oh, hang on, excuse me. Direct YPOG. Remove that. There we go. Okay, direct YPOG, then YPOG to Simmel, so that'll be a right turn to Simmel. Cross YPOG 6,000, then 4,000 to Simmel, and then 4,000 to at Simmel, then 2,600 to Ferns. Report inbound Ferns. No procedure turn necessary, so at Ferns we can turn direct inbound on the final approach course, descend 1,600. Cross slam at 1,600, that's the final approach fix. We'll fly coupled on LPV all the way down to minimums, which is 310, and land runway 12 straight in. If we have to go missed instructions are climb to 600, then climbing right turn to 3,000, direct Chide, and hold at Chide. Looks like the 166 inbound, so that'll just be a direct pattern entry. Okay. Down we come. What else do we need to know? Before landing, altimeter's checked. Alright, we're going to set our barrows to 930 because we know that's the weather that we just got. Okay, set to 930. Fuel gauges checked. Good, they're checked and symmetrical. Fuel fullest tank set. Inertial separator switch on. Inertial separator switch on. And the rest of this we're going to do as we're closer in on the approach. Because that's flaps, landing gear, lights, all that stuff. Let's talk about how that's going to work. So the initial approach fix is simul, so what we want to do is YPOG. Once we descend down 4,000 on our way to simul, we'll slow down. We'll fly simul 150 knots. That's going to be the approach speed that I'm going to use. Once we cross the IAF ferns, then that's going to be flaps 10, and we'll stay at 150 knots. Excuse me, we're going to go flaps 10 at simul, so slow down 150, flaps 10, that's the takeoff. And then crossing ferns, we'll stay on that configuration, still 150 knots. And then FAF slam, that's the final approach fix. That's going to be 5 mile final for runway 12. That's going to be geared down, flaps full, fly at 100 knots on autopilot, and then approach speed 85 as we're within 2 mile final. So I'm going to try to remember all that, and good luck to us. Alright, so Navcom. Load 122.8. Okay, CTAF is plugged and ready to go. And we know we have to let them know inbound ferns. Let them know inbound ferns. Let them know. Okay, YPOG going to be a right turn to simul. Right on the money with our VNAV. We're going to cross YPOG just at the right spot. This is why you can't go down any further. You got these mountains. Look at that. And it's good. I mean, it's good that we're doing the instrument approach, because there is a little bit of cloud cover here. Okay, that's altitude alert, letting us know we're 1,000 from our target altitude, and then once we cross YPOG, it's going to be 4,000. So we'll go ahead and reset this down to 4,000. And alright, down we come. And we'll set VS mode 1500. Crossed YPOG, now down to 4,000 simul. 4,000 simul. Okay, simul now 6 miles. Go out over the water a little bit and then swing on back in. We've got this map way out. We don't need it that far out, so let's go ahead and zoom it in a little bit. There we go. And remember, there's no procedure turn at ferns. We're going to report inbound ferns, and it should be pretty good. Let's see, can we see CEC out there at all? No, we can't see it yet. It's going to be off our left-hand side, right where the land sort of disappears into those clouds over there, so we're not going to see it just yet, but it's there. It's there. We know it's there. Okay, 5,000 feet coming down. Altimeter is set. Everything is good so far. Okay, 1,000 feet to go to our target altitude, 4,000, and then simul is in 3 miles. We want to start that slow down now. Bring the torque down to 25%. And we can pop flaps to takeoff position after we get below 170 knots. Okay, flaps to 10. Flaps to takeoff position, excuse me. And we want to get down to 150 knots. So we'll set the torque appropriately to get to 150 knots. That'll be our power setting. So, flaps to take off, and landing lights on. Okay, there's 150. We're crossing simul. At simul now, it's 2,600. No procedure turn, so drop 2,600 and VS down 1500. Bring that torque back down as we descend. Try to fly at a reasonable 150 knots. Okay, back to the checklist as we come on down. Taxi lights are on, radar mode soft key, okay. Make sure we leave that there where it is. We're not messing with anything there. Ferns 2600, flying at about 150 knots, very, very close. We'll just dial that in just a little bit more. Okay, 300 feet to go. And we're supposed to tell them inbound Ferns when we cross Ferns. That's probably when they'll let us know that there's no traffic and we can switch to advisory. 2600. Alright, now we're going to give it a little bit more power. Increase the power setting to hold at 150 knots. We'll set that power setting at 50%. See if that'll do it. That might be a little aggressive. We'll set back to 45%. There we go. Evening out at 150 knots. That's just perfect. Okay, 2600 to Ferns. And at Ferns, we're going to come down to 1600. 1600 is going to be the next one. Okay, set in V-path. Top of descent right at Ferns. Okay, we're set. Just coming in over the water, nice and easy. Alright. Seattle Center TBM930 Mike's inbound Ferns.
78 Mike, thank you. No traffic is between you and the airport. Report after cancellation. Miss Bridge, you're up on this frequency. You're on the ground 122.2. Change to advisory frequency approved.
No traffic is there between me and the runway. Change to advisory approved. 637 Mike, we'd like to cancel IFR at this time.
78 Mike, guide for cancellation received. Squawk VFR. Have a safe landing.
Squawk VFR, thanks for the help. 6378 Mike. Okay, squawking 1200 and down we go. Very pretty. I like this. It's a cool approach. Now at this point, we don't necessarily need to keep flying the approach as written, but it's there, it's nice, and it takes a few things off our plate that we don't need to worry about, so that's fine. Once we hit SLAM, 1600, I'll go ahead and engage. I'm going to go ahead and fire up the approach mode right now. Okay, APR is hit. You can see GP glide path here has been armed. GP has been armed, so we're watching for that to come down. And then we also agreed that we would go gear down at SLAM. That's going to be 5 mile final. And so we'll report in at that time as well. So I'm going to go COM1. We're going to switch to the CTAF frequency. Cool, we're listening. Listening to the CTAF here. Coming down to 1600, and then at SLAM we're going to intercept the glide path. We're going to go gear down. And then at 2 mile final, we'll slow down to our final approach speed. That's actually not correct. Landing configuration 122 knots. So we're actually going to, once we cross SLAM, we're going to slow down. We're going to gear down, we're going to slow down. We're going to get to below 120 knots, then we're going to go flaps full. And that should take the time that we need. Okay, glide path is captured. So we're starting our descent down now. That's past SLAM. Gear down, report 5 mile final. Crescent City traffic, TBM930 Mike's on a 5 mile final, runway 12 straight in, full stop Crescent City. Okay, we're watching. We got 3 greens in the landing gear. We're going to go ahead and pull that power back. to about 20%. Watch that speed come off. Once we get to below 120, we'll go flaps to the landing position and then fly it in coupled at 100 knots, and then transition to 85 when we're at a 2-mile final. That won't take very long at all. Okay, we're going to bring that power now back to 15, bring it back to 10%. Okay,
2-mile final runway 12.
Well, there's 2-mile final, so you know, there goes my plans. All right, flaps all the way to the landing position, and we'll slow it down to 85 knots and finish this out. Okay, we're going to increase the throttle a little bit, just anticipate that slowdown. Okay, we're doing 98. We're going to bring that speed down to 85. I'm going to cut the autopilot and yaw damper once I'm at 200 feet above the ground. Crescent City traffic, TBM930, Mike's on a 1.5 mile final straight and runway 12, full stop. Crescent City. Love that over there. That's really cool. Hey, let me turn this tablet off. You can see, check out those little islands out there. Alright. Make sure gears down it is. Flaps all the way down. They are. Inertial separator is on. 400 feet radar altimeter. I'm going to go ahead and kill the autopilot in 200 feet. 350 feet, 150 feet to go. Okay, I got an obstacle there, so we're going to go a little bit over the top. Okay, 300, 100 feet to go till we kill the autopilot and take it manual. Little bit of a right to left crosswind like we anticipated. 5-knot crosswind component. 230, 220, 210, 200. Autopilot's disengaged. Disengaging yaw damper. We're planning approach +2. VAP +2. Okay. Over the threshold, obstacles cleared, landing is assured. Throttle's at idle. And put the nose down. At my speed, yes. And we'll go ahead and pull the throttle back for reverse. Very nice. Can I get off here? Kind of looks like I can. Well, I don't know who built this little road, but... Crescent City traffic, November 6378, max clear, runway 12, taxi parking, Crescent City. Yeah, this is not a legit taxiway. Whoopsie! Oh well, landing lights off, taxi lights on. Reset trim to takeoff configuration. Well, we made it to California anyway. Welcome to California, everybody. And we'll keep the inertial separators on. We can go ahead and turn off the pitot and stall heats. I cannot understand this absolute mess of lights and lines and nonsense here. I'm gonna park right next to the fueling dock and let them push me wherever I'm supposed to go, because honestly, life's too short. I didn't burn that much fuel. I mean, it's actually pretty economical to be here. To fly in a turboprop. Hey, Blue Angels, man. Thanks for joining. We actually just flew from Eugene, Oregon to Crescent City. Just finished up here and getting ready to shut her down. Alright. And do our checklist on shutdown here. We did our landing, we did our after landing, airframe de-ice, nope. Inertial separator checked on, windshield, nope. We turned those off, radar transponder flaps are up, yep. Strobe, turn that off. Taxi, turn that There, trims to takeoff position. That's already set. Shutdown. Parking brake is on. ECH panel bleed switch to off. And air conditioner to off. Cabin depressurization. Are we depressurized? We are. 0, 0. That's good. Flight idle for 2 minutes. Okay. Taxi light off. AP trim switch off. Okay. AP trim switch is off. I can also set fuel selector to manual. That's important that we do that. Fuel selector to manual. Fuel aux BP switch to off. Okay, we did that. Tank selector, we won't do that just yet. We'll set oxygen to off. We did that. Okay, that's good enough. Go ahead and feather it. Okay, we're in high idle. And we're going to bring it down to low idle for 15 seconds. Cool. Low idling for 15 seconds. While we're doing that, go ahead. Get the passengers, let the passengers out. Unlocked. There we go. And throttle to cut off. Okay, throttle, cut off, inertial separator switch off, external lights, all panels off, and they are. Radar mode, soft key is off, fuel aux BP tank selector to off, oxygen switch generator select to off, and source select to off, crash lever pulled down, crash lever down, parking brake as required. That was nice. Man, this is a nice plane. It's really all the best things about a prop plane, but, you know, that speed of a turbine. I'm having a blast. I think it is so cool, and I'm very grateful to my colleague who suggested trying out these turboprops as an alternative to flying jets. I would have never said yes to that. I would have thought it was absolute heresy, and yet these are really, really cool. So I'm kind of a believer. Thanks for flying with me today. That was a fun time. We went all the way from Eugene, Oregon down to Crescent City, California. Got to see a little bit of the ocean, got to see a little bit of the clouds, got to see a little bit of the mountains, and came in for a nice landing on 1-2. It was really good. Enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time for maybe some more turboprop adventures. Bye, everybody.